I'm talking relationships worth more than money. No time for the fake or the phony. Tweezy drop the gym, it's so evident. Link up with the gang. I'm talking relationships.
Yeah, man, it's been a long time. It's been a long time. You now tuned in to Relationships Worth More Than Money podcast.
There it is.
Yeah, powered by 10-0
Oh, there go
Music
Halo.
Group. Yes, sir. And of course, you know, we got Halo.
Yep.
Halo Apparel.
There it
Halo
is.
Apparel. We got some Halo Apparel already. Yeah, man.
We're going to unbox it later.
Yeah, we're gonna unbox it later. But I got somebody special guest, but he's really not a guest. It's my family, my brother. Been knowing each other for like 20 years come January.
20 years.
20 of them. A dub piece. This guy, man, when I first met him, like we just clicked out the gate. You know what I'm saying? We met at boot camp, Paris Island, South Carolina. January.
The legit trenches.
The legit trenches. January 5th, 6th, 2004.
Yeah.
And he was lead series. I was follow series. Dirty 30. 3rd Battalion. Lima Company. And without further ado, man, I just want to give a shout out to my dog.
Yeah.
Kadeem.
Yes, sir.
Walk. I always call him Walk, but you know.
There it is.
Welcome.
I appreciate you, my brother.
Yeah,
It's
man.
been a long time.
Yes, sir. Yes,
A long road.
Yes, sir. So, man, look, we gon' just do our thing, man. We chilling in apartments. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do our thing. We just gonna chop it up, and we just gonna touch. I want you to touch bases and let people know who you are, and then we go from there.
Well, my name's Kadeem Walker. You know, I like to give my full name, my government name, the name my mama and daddy gave me. From Savannah, Georgia, South Side to be exact. Born and raised Georgia boy. Transitioned out of time into the military. Did some government work. Did some crazy jobs after that. And now I'm the owner of my own business, 2 businesses.
Yeah.
Shot by the Boss LLC photography company, and then we got Always Stay Fresh and
ASF.
Simple Fresh. So
Yep.
we got an umbrella going. So that's me, man. In a nutshell, me and this guy met, like you said, 20 years ago, something like that, and
Yeah.
we've been rocking ever since. And it's been a long road, but a happy road, a good road, a hard road sometimes, but we stayed together, man, and that's pretty gravy. And I'm take some time to say congratulations to what you got going on here.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
It's pretty groovy. The whole setup is dope. You know what I'm saying? Got the family in the back.
Yeah.
And make it even better.
Lena, Tootie, K-Dot, Pop Wop. We got the family.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
the whole family.
Family still in here.
Even got rolling on the
Shout
on
out
the,
to
on,
Roland.
on the camera, man. You know
That's
what
the
I'm
bro.
saying?
Day one.
Back
From
there.
day one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So we got the whole gang in here. So, but yeah, that's me, man. Shot by the boss.
Okay, cool. So look, man, like the whole title, Relationship Worth More Than Money. The reason why I came up with this this name is actually was supposed to be a name of one of my albums that I was gonna produce and put out, but I ended up going with Terra Red. So like I was coming up with different albums for the Terra Red, and Eddie was like Terra Red. I was like Relationship Worth More Than Money, and then we had like a few other names for the album, and I did a poll. Everybody said Terra Red, so we went with it, right? But me, relationships mean so much to me. If it's just a friendship, an actual relationship, but a business relationship, all of that means something, and I had to keep it, man. I had to say, like, you know what, I'm gonna turn it into a podcast. So that's where Relationships Worth More Than Money comes in at, because money, it ain't everything.
Nah.
But them relationships can get you some money. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it's not downplaying money. It's basically upping, bigging up, you know what I'm saying, the opportunities that you face in life that you can possibly make more money from just taking the first thing somebody offering. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, relationships worth more than money, man. Talk to me about how we came up with Simper Fresh at the time. Now we had to switch to ASL, but where did that come from?
That came from our relationship. That's it
See?
right there. For real, for real. It did. Because I was kind of thinking like when I was after the military, and you know how we was when we was in the military. We always had to be the freshest.
Yep.
Had the freshest whip.
Yep.
All that. The freshest J's, the freshest outfits.
Every first
always.
to 15th.
You know what I'm saying?
Every first and 15th, boy, we was fresh, boy. That's when we got paid.
You get paid.
Hey, every time we got paid, we was at the mall. What was the name of that mall in Carlsbad?
The whole check, huh?
What's the name of that mall in Carlsbad?
Man, they had the Devil Dog Mall right out the front gate.
Yeah, the Devil Dog Mall.
Yeah,
yeah.
But we always had to be the freshest, man. And then, when I started working up on Capitol Hill, and then I found out you was already living here. And that's how we connected back and started building back on our relationship. Then once I got settled in the DC area, we started chopping it up over the phone. I still remember I was driving back from work, and I was like, man, I got this idea too. And then you started saying, man, I got the same idea.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I remember just that day, that conversation we had, because we already had such a strong relationship. Just that quick conversation, both of us was like, let's do it.
Yeah.
And that's definitely how we got started.
Because it was originally, we wanted to have a store.
Yeah.
Remember? Because you like, what would be dope if we had the shirts that match everybody J's.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody that got a shoe that's coming out, we wanted to make sure, you know what I'm saying, like they had a shirt to go with it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Make it look good, because, that's how we were. We was always, the shirt and the shoes had to match some way.
Had to.
You had to have some type of color in them shoes to match the shirt and vice versa.
Something in it.
Yeah, it had to, man. And I think a lot of times, man, it helped us too, because us coming, me coming from Detroit, you coming from Savannah, you know what I mean, SAV, like you had your style, and then I had my style, and then us being in Cali, you know what I mean, added some more different, little style.
Flavor.
Yeah, another little flavor, little ingredients to the sauce.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what made it stand out, because we really was out there doing it on the 1st and 15th with everything, dog.
Yeah, with the cleanest whips in the parking lot.
The cleanest, man. I had the T-top Cutlass on 20s.
Yeah. I had the transition into the SS Impala.
Yeah.
The Caprice.
Yeah.
But that thing was clean, man. That was a real life show car.
Man, then you threw the doors on it.
Yep, the doors on it.
Yeah, man.
15s in the trunk,
man.
24s.
We should go to them swap meets all the time to get them speakers too.
Yeah.
Remember the one off Mission?
Yep. We used to go to the swap.
Shout out to Oceanside, California, man.
Yeah.
Cause that was our stomping ground for real. We was really in the trenches in Oceanside, San Marcos, San
Diego.
San Diego, the whole area, man. SoCal, like we was really
San Bernardino.
Man, we was really in the IE with it too. Riverside.
Yeah, Riverside.
Yeah. We
remember, bro, I got that car from Rancho Cucamonga.
And I got my car from Chula Vista. I got the Cuddy from Chula Vista.
And then I ended up moving to Vista. Remember that?
Yeah. I got my joint from Chula Vista. That joint was literally probably about 10 minutes from Mexico, dog.
Yep.
Like that joint was in right. But a black dude, he was selling it. Bought the Cuddy for $4,000, and it already came with some 20s on there. Mm-hmm. He had like 310s, some Wolfenhagens. I never heard of them joints, but them joints
was clean. Yeah,
man,
they used to
4,000 had 68,000 miles on it.
Yeah,
man, we was riding.
That was some good times.
Yeah, man, definitely was.
A lot of fighting.
Yeah. Definitely a lot of that too.
A lot of fighting.
Man, that was the thing, man. When we went out, we used to fight a lot of Crips, man, and I didn't understand it. But until we like actually dove into like what area we was in.
Yeah.
And like at the time, I think they were like DVC, Deep Valley Crips or something.
Yeah.
And they I guess we was taking all the girls. So
we definitely was doing that.
So like the whole team, shout out to Fam Life, shout out to Black, Free Black.
Man, that boy Black, man.
TNOT,
T.
man, man.
What T?
Listen, so you had us was fam life.
Ah, that boy was
Then you
crazy,
had
man.
what's the boys over at Main Street? I mean on Main Side.
I don't remember their name though.
They used to always be at Fam Bound. The Dirty South. They were from the
Yeah.
Dirty South boys.
Bro, I ain't think of them in
remember
so
them?
long, bro.
Cause they had some clean whips
Yeah,
too.
they had some stuff though.
Bro, they had some verts. They had some box Chevys.
They did.
They had some whips on. Man, listen, Cap
They did.
Pendleton. I think we should do a real life like documentary or like a show on Oceanside, bro.
I'm not gonna be in it.
Camp Pendleton, bro. Like, cause we was like it was so much going on.
Yeah, that was a wild time.
So much going on Camp Pendleton alone. You hear me?
Yeah.
You know
That
what I'm
jump was
saying?
like, for real, bro, that jump was like the regular, it was like the regular way of living before
Man,
we came.
I'm trying to tell you, man, like that was the way of life. Cause you gotta think, bro, we was 18 years old.
Yeah, still young.
Young, man.
Immature.
Immature, trying to figure out life. You know what I'm saying? We left the crib. We was trying to be adults and try to figure out, you know what I mean, how to be an adult in the Marines. But at the same time, we still had the streets there
Yeah.
on Camp Pendleton.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Literally.
So it was crazy, man, especially just coming up, man. Like I ain't gonna get too many stories, but I'll give you one. I was at Third Tracks and half the barracks. NOT, shout out to NOT, man. Trepanier, my dog. He was a ticking time bomb. He ain't let nobody say nothing to anybody. He was still off on you, right? So
Yeah,
one day
quick.
we had this thing called a health and comfort inspection. That mean they coming through and they turning your whole room around, right?
Yeah.
They turning it around and they just going through searching, making sure you ain't got no drugs, you ain't got no paraphernalia, nothing that ain't supposed to be in your room. This one I really thought like nigga we was locked up.
Yeah.
Cause I ain't never we had it made, but like I ain't understand what was going on. I'm like, bro, why they coming through my room like this?
Yeah.
I'm talking about they looked through every drawer, everything. Boy, come to find out, the other half of the barracks was a meth lab. Yeah. Them trackers, man, they had a operation going over there. Then our side of the barracks was, you might as well say it was like departments, cause
Bruh.
they had guns,
Man,
drugs.
don't listen to this, man, bro.
Listen to me, man. I can't make this up.
Don't listen to this,
I
man,
can't
bro.
make this up, man. And T was like, bruh, them niggas found my pistol. I said, huh? He said, bruh, they found my pistol.
Yeah, they did.
I said, so what's gonna happen? Bruh, all I know is T was still in the Marine Corps. So back then, bruh, like things were way lenient
Yeah.
than it was now.
Yeah, way more lean.
Way more lenient. But yeah, man, we had a lab.
Yeah, a real life.
A real life Breaking Bad lab on one side of the barracks. I ain't gonna name the barracks, but hey, if you know,
You know,
you know.
it was cooking.
Yeah. So enough with my story of Camp Pendleton. But let's dive
wild
into like
story.
let's dive into what does it mean for you? What family means to you? Like what does it mean when you hear the word family, and then elaborate on like what it takes to have a family to support what you do now.
Ooh, that's a good one. Man, family to me is everything for real. And I'm not really just saying it just because a lot of people just say that. Like I really feel deep down inside like the family is what keep a lot of this stuff going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of like relationships, like we was talking about. Like that's the foundation of your entire life.
Right.
That's your roots. Like that's where you come from. You know. So and then me being a person that's always been kind of like the head of my family, even when I was younger. Even now, I'm still the youngest, and I'm still like considered the head of my family. You know what I mean? Like that job just mean everything to me. You know what I'm saying? Taking care of people who took care of you when you was younger or when you didn't have it or you know, when you was going through stuff, not just your immediate family, but everybody you done been around. You know what I mean? Like, it's super important. It's part of your legacy. It's the one of the biggest parts of your life, man. And that's one of the most precious relationships that you have, like your mother, your father, your brother, your sister. Even though we got our ups and downs and our differences, at the end of the day, we still got to try to figure out a way. And then me being the head of the family, like it's important for me to keep a solid root with all of my family to make sure everybody doing good, even when I don't want to, even when I'm feeling down about something that's going on in the family. Like we still gotta keep them close and what have you. And same thing go for friends, not just immediate family, you know, because the relationships you build over them years, like you can't get nothing better than that. Somebody that supports you even when they don't want to support you, even when they tired of supporting you, even though they frustrated with you or they whatever they going through, you know what I'm saying? Like them friendships, them bonds, them relationships. That's what really gets you over the edge above everybody else, you know, because that's part of your team. Your family is your team. Like that's part of your team, and in order for anybody to get to where they trying to go in life, you can't do it solo. You gotta have a family. You gotta have a foundation. You gotta have friendship. All of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then as far as me with my family, man, for real, they my biggest motivation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they the ones who with me every single day. Like my wife, my kids, they with me
Shout out
every
to
single
Alex.
day. Yep. Shout out to my beautiful wife. Let's take a quick minute now. But shout out to her, man, because a lot of the stuff that I go through, I speak it into her. I talk to her about it. And that's really the main person that I pour into about what's going on with me. So I need that support. I need the love, and that's why I cherish it so much. You know what I'm saying? Because they keep me straight also. When they see me not handling business right, they automatically know that I'm not doing, that something's wrong, or that I'm not keeping up the way I'm supposed to go keep up. You know what I'm saying? So they the ones who reinforce me whenever I'm down, whether it be financially, physically, mentally, or business wise. You know what I mean? So I cherish that and I use that to my advantage. You know what I'm saying? I know for a fact I got a strong foundation, so I use it to make me go harder, to make me work harder. Because the further I go, the better off they are. You know, and the more they can help me and stand beside me. So I cherish it, man, and I definitely try my best to keep them close and do what I'm supposed to do in order to keep proceeding with what I got going on.
Yeah, man, that's a fact, man. Family come in all different shapes and sizes, and they come. Not only they come from blood, but they come from all faces of the
everywhere.
earth. You know what I'm saying? So, like that's big when it like the family thing, man. Because a lot of people, when we was in the Marines, man, that was the family. You know what I mean? Like we seen
At that
us every
time,
day.
for
At
real.
that time, man, we needed each other to push each other
Man,
through.
I'm telling you.
Especially when we was dealing with them hard times while we was in. But actually, when you get out, that's where it really hits. Is having them friends that you know what I mean. You can depend on, call when you're going through it, you down and out. Cause man, everybody don't got that.
Man, a lot of people don't got that.
Everybody don't got that. They don't got that. They blood turn on them for money. You got some people,
Especially money.
man. You got people trying to snake you, your own family members. You know what I'm saying? You got people
We done been through it.
with all. So it's like your homies that you meet in the military is family. Like, and that's what I want to push and touch on, man, because everybody don't have that when they come back home. When you get out the military, you get out you get out of college, anything that you get out of from, those friends are your core friends and family members during that time and when you get out.
Yep.
Because a lot of times people can't go back to their old environment.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't want to go back to their old environment.
Yep.
So I think having those good friends and those good family members to keep you grounded and push you, I think that'll help with a lot of relationships moving forward. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's really dope. Now, we doing the clothing brand. You know what I mean? We got some stuff coming out soon. But let's talk about this dope photography that you just
Oh
jumped into,
man,
bro. Like I remember you hit me. I remember you hit me and was like, bro, I think I'm about to start. I'm about to get me a camera.
about to get a
I
camera. Yeah,
said, what you about to do with it?
yeah,
He was like, man, I don't know, but I'm gonna figure it out.
yeah,
And I said, all right, do it.
yeah. For sure, for
And
sure.
sure enough, man, like
That's a crazy story in itself.
let's talk about it.
Yeah, that's a crazy story.
Let's talk about it because I remember.
Yeah, we started the clothing brand. We started Simple Fresh back in 2018.
Yeah,
When we first started, like it was just 100% that. You know what I'm saying? Outside of anything,
yeah,
putting all our money into it, all the extra money we had, could have been doing a million other different things,
Man.
but you know what I'm saying. But that was the start of it, and then I think it was we paid a couple photographers to do some stuff for us, and their work was trash.
yeah,
Their work was trash.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, we had this event, and it was a couple of hours. And I remember we paid somebody cash, a young lady cash. I ain't gonna get into her name, but we paid her in cash and right there on the spot, and she stayed there and shot the event. And then we got the photos back, and they just wasn't it. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully, I
Yeah.
explained that to her, and we kept moving forward. But that was what initially started my mindset of like, man, I could do this myself because I was already getting nifty with it with the iPhone.
man. Look, hold on. Before you even keep going, I remember, bro. She didn't even stay the whole time.
And I-
Remember, she never been around all them black folks.
yeah, I don't think
Now
she
that you
was
say
too
that, I
comfortable.
remember-
Yeah,
exactly,
I
I
don't think she
remember.
was too comfortable with
Yeah.
our skin for real,
Yeah,
man.
she didn't even stay.
She was
long.
kind of shook a little bit.
Yeah.
She was cool, but it's just the word. Like that's the thing, though, man. You can't allow stuff to be cool when it come to business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even stuff that kind of hurt you a little bit, you still got to be able to say something about what you got going on with business. You know.
Yeah.
But that was how it started, man. And then you had the event in Miami,
Mm-hmm.
and then I flew out there for the event to support him. And then when I was there, your brother was there,
Yeah.
and he had that Sony.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember flew back from Miami. I ain't even go to bed. I went straight to the computer,
Yeah.
and that's when I brought that Nikon. I brought that Nikon. That was the first camera I had.
From Teton? That the one from Teton?
Nah. Teton, the one who recommended it to me.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think your brother had got one from Teton.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I brought the Nikon, got that, and then just started doing stuff for the brand. And then there was the one girl, Rachel. Remember Rachel that used
Yeah,
to
yeah.
be with Fancy?
Mm-hmm.
So Rachel hit me up and she was like, "Hey, you mind taking some photos of me?" Da 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 da. And I'm like, at first I'm like, "Man, I got you." You know what I'm saying? She was like, "Nah, I'll pay you." I'm like, "All right, then $40." You know what I mean? And that's what it was. She paid me like $40. Did the photo shoot. The junk came out kind of dope though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I don't remember who the name. I think it was Fancy.
I think it was.
Yeah, I think it was her. Then she hit me up. You know what I'm saying? And she paid me, and we did the photo shoot, which was cool. And then after that, it's just random people, but through the power of social media, random people just started hitting me up, asking me to take photos of them. I did a couple for free, not even thinking I was going to really take it that serious. But then that's what happened.
Yeah.
And then I started really getting good at it, started learning, ran into Dre.
Yeah. Shout out to Dre.
Yep, ran into Dre, and he started teaching me how to film, how to connect my camera to all these utensils, or not utensils, but all this equipment and stuff like that. And then it just became a thing, man. And it's been like one of the biggest undercover blessings of my life.
Yeah.
It's been one of the hardest things too. You know what I'm saying? Like to get into and to really get good at, because especially when I'm being self-taught. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no easy task. But that was it, man. Like that was the whole story of how I got started.
Okay.
And we here today and still moving forward.
All right. Cool. So like it's a lot of it's like I know it, but you know what I'm saying? I just want you to tell the people like you know what I mean, all of the things, and because it's like I said, we've been knowing each other for 20 years.
Yeah.
But I got this. So you know how we big on tattoos, right?
Yeah.
So we big on tattoos, and all our tattoos mean something. Do you remember the first tattoo that we went and got when we was out in Fort Leonard Wood?
I remember.
What was it?
The first one I got was the dog tags.
Yeah.
That was the very first
And then the second one. It was the second
And then
one.
the second one, I got that cross on my arm. And then you the one who gave me the
laugh
saying, laugh, what is it?
Laugh
Laugh
now,
now, die later.
Yeah. Laugh now, die later.
You gave me the saying to put on that joint. That was my second tattoo,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. So look, with that,
That's crazy.
for me, and I know
No,
it
what is it? Live now, die
live
later.
now, live now, die later.
Yeah.
So for me, everything is the same. Like it mean tattoos mean something when we get them. So I got two that I feel can always transition with everybody. And these two, I'm gonna say these two, and I want you to give me your answer for both. All right. So on one of my legs, I got sacrifice. Right. And on the other leg, I got blessed. So name one thing that you sacrificed to get where you at, and name one thing that made you blessed, or the reason why you blessed.
That's a good one. Time.
Sacrifice time.
Time.
Yeah.
I'm serious, bro. If it's one big thing that I could say that, like, of course it's money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, of course that. But the real sacrifice for me was time, bro. Like, all them late nights working till like 3, 4 in the morning. When I was working for the government in D.C., I would finish up with Simple Fresh, especially when I started the photography business. I was doing Simple Fresh, the photography business, in college full time.
Yeah.
Assistant supply management officer for the House of Representatives and all the House office buildings.
Talk about it.
Doing that. My wife was pregnant.
Yep.
She had just finished college. She was in college full time, working for the Department of Commerce full time. So we was doing all of that, and then 2 brand new little young boys, a new dog, moved to the DMV, all of that. You know what I'm saying? So getting to from the very beginning all the way to here time is definitely the biggest sacrifice, because I put time into my family. So I can't say like that a lot of people with this grind, like they spend so much time away from their family, but my family was so well connected with what I was doing. They was always with me. And even no matter how tired I was, I still made sure I ensured that I spent quality time with them as well. Yeah. So I would say family, I would say money, but for me, it was definitely time. Like, I sacrificed so much time to even get to where I'm at right now, and I still got so much further, because this not even the beginning, bro. Like, I ain't even tired, like nothing. Like, this job about to go. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, but time for real. Okay. What was the other one?
Blessed.
Blessed?
Yeah. What's one thing that you're blessed from? Or
that got to do with the business?
Anything.
Or you just mean, my children. Of course, my wife, but my children. Because I feel that my children was my biggest blessing. Because my children is what made me slow down. Like, when my oldest son was born, like, that's what finally made me start being, not even thinking about being unfaithful and stuff like that. Yeah. That's what made me straighten my entire life up, because I was married before this marriage, you know what I'm saying? And in that marriage, I was a terrible husband. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as my oldest son was born, I remember holding him. I got the picture of me holding him in the hospital, and I was just sitting there staring at him, and I was like, bro, I can't mess this up. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I felt. Like, I can't mess this up. And even though we still mess stuff up, you know what I'm saying? But I made sure that I started walking a much, much straighter line. I still had growing to do and stuff like that. But they was the ones, he was the one who originally changed me to be a good husband.
Right.
And then my second son, along with him, that's like my biggest blessing, because that's where my humility come from, my humbleness. I ain't wild no more. I
Yeah.
ain't punching people in their mouth no more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? So my kids is definitely my biggest blessing, because they help change me into being a much better man. You know what I'm saying? So definitely that for sure.
Yeah. Them number twos, man. Them number twos are the kids, man. Them deuces. The ones are like the sweethearts and the dream, the poster childs. Them number twos.
But I remember when I was like, when you was telling me about the number two, and I'm
Yeah.
like, nah, bro. And then in my head, I'm like, man, that'd be the parents some of the times with these kids, bro.
Nah.
That's why the number two be so bad. They just be giving up. I'm like,
Nah.
nah, mine ain't gonna be it. Man, you remember when I called you? I'm like, bro, there's something wrong with this boy.
Yeah, that boy, they on a different
You
level,
talking about,
man.
I told you.
Yeah, I told you.
Yeah,
man.
that number two, man. That second kid, bro.
Yeah.
Man, he's still a good kid. He well behaved, well mannered, all that. But man, that boy is a different breed of human.
Yeah, I think you know what's dope about it, because I'm the second child too. So
Yeah.
like, I think what's dope about it is the second child has an advantage because they got an older sibling, and they learn so much from the older sibling,
Yeah.
and then they try to add on their own way of doing things.
Yeah.
To figure out how to maneuver through life. I think that's the dope part of being the number two. But them number twos, boy, they had you on the ropes, boy. I'm trying to tell you.
Them jokers bad, man.
I'm trying to tell you,
I don't know
man.
what's wrong with them.
All right, so if you had, we gonna go with the gym. You ever heard of a gym? Not like a gym you play basketball in, but a gym, GEM, like something you can give.
Oh
to a
yeah,
person, like a jewel.
for sure.
Well, every podcast I want to drop. I want all my people to drop a gem drop a gem for the people out there that's trying to do the same thing you doing, as far as pictures, photography, videography, or you can drop multiple gems, however you want to do it. But drop that gem.
Man, one of the biggest, I'll drop multiple. One of the biggest gems I would say, and one of my biggest struggles, I got a soft heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, what Riley always say, I'm like an empath or something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. But I got a soft heart, so a lot of things that people say to me or something, people that's close to me say to me, it'll affect me. And I've noticed over the years that it affect my work ethic also.
Yeah.
So my big jump, moving forward with myself, and just for people that's trying to do, especially in the photography world, trying to do what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Man, don't let nothing nobody got to say about what you got going on affect what you got going on, bro.
Right.
Like, that's something, that's like one of, I be seeing so, especially with this photography and being able to network so much, I be seeing so many people that don't do stuff simply because somebody done said something about what they doing.
Yeah.
Or somebody done told them something about what they doing, and they won't even try it no more.
Mm-hmm.
Or they won't even go down that lane no more, even if it was something they so passionate about.
Right.
You know, and I found myself, it put me in procrastination mode. Like, a lot of times people, even my friends, done said something about what type of business me or you had going on, or saying something about my business now. Like, I'll go like 2-3 weeks, like not even posting no more.
Yeah.
Like, I'll change up my whole vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll stop posting. Like, oh, I'm going to just focus on this now. You know what I'm saying? And that done took so much time away from my business, whereas I could have done stuck down the same exact lane that I originally wanted to stick on. You know what I'm saying? So moving forward, and to the people that's doing like what I'm doing, like, man, don't allow nobody to poop on your parade. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just stick to your guns, and just don't allow people words to affect what you got going on.
Yeah.
And then another gem is don't be afraid to work with a team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was another big thing that I had personally, and it wasn't a bad thing. It was just like where we come from. Like I don't be trusting people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But with business, you have to. It's different with business. Like you have to trust people in order for you to grow. You know what I'm saying? In order for you to build a team, in order for you to build a network, you have to let people lose your trust in order for you to break off with them. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be trustworthy up front. If nobody did you wrong when you meet them, you got to start building trust into that individual. Yeah. Now, if they do you wrong, then that's a different thing. You can go another direction or what have you, but you got to learn how to trust people. And you just got to learn how to trust people and just allow them to be a part of your team and allow them to help you with what you got going on. Receive help from people. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? But those are my two biggest things right there for sure.
All right.
Definitely. That's a good one right there.
Hey, man, you got to drop some gems, man. That's one thing I want to do, man. This relationship worth more than money thing is going to be an educational piece. It's also going to be not only educational but therapy. Like this, the reason why I did it is because this is my therapy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I started realizing I was affecting a lot of people when I was doing those reels with the captions in them and just giving game to people.
Man, it's crazy the messages that you receive, right?
Yeah.
Like that's kind of like what I was saying. Like the messages that you get, like you can't let one person take away from just by some words that they said or how they felt, because it's like millions, thousands of other people that truly agree with everything you're doing or with everything you got going on or everything that you're saying. You know what I'm saying?
So so that's why I do it now, man. Like this podcast not just for me, it's for everybody that think like me or understand where I'm coming from my perspective of how relationships should be, how you building relationships will go farther if you go about them the solid way instead of trying to snake somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Man, don't ever be no snake,
don't
man.
Don't do it, man, because the grass got to get cut. It got to get cut. It has to, bro. You got to know that. The grass got to get cut. Yeah. It has to.
You heard it from the finest, man.
Yeah, man. But, man, this is relationships worth more than money. Again, man, I want to thank my brother, Kadeem, for being the first
numero uno
guest on the podcast, man. And if you want to be on the podcast, just hit me. Shoot me a DM.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to do my research. If I don't know you, make sure, you know what I'm saying, you got something to spread to the world that, you know what I'm saying, that can to help somebody, because it ain't just me saying my piece on it. It's you spreading your knowledge and what you know about your respective industry that you're working in or doing. So, man, this is Relationship Worth Money podcast. I am Tweezy. This walk right here. And shout out to y'all, man, because y'all just stayed tuned and listened in while we did our thing, man. Appreciate y'all.
I'm talking relationships worth more than money. No time for the fake or the phony.